This is 1955 Rover 90 that I've been working on. Carried out a lot of work altering various parts of the vehicle to make it more drivable. Fitted disc brakes on the front, lowered the suspension, also fitted a remote servo to improve the braking even more. As you can see, the front cross member has been removed and a smaller cross member put in to allow me to fit a different engine. Also, another cross member has been put in to add extra strength. This was added before I removed the original front cross member, so that the chassis would remain as it was and wouldn't move out of position. Braking system's been altered, as I've said already, and the pipework's been altered so that the front and rear both get the benefit of servo assisted brakes. The exhaust is a hybrid. It's part Mercedes 1240 series 300D and the original Rover exhaust. The engine fitted is Mercedes 603X with the automatic gearbox. The rear cross member for the gearbox has been altered from the original, with part of the chassis cut out, reinforced, and then extra plates put in to support the rear of the Mercedes gearbox. Prop shaft's been modified as well. Front section is Mercedes mated to the original Rover P4 prop shaft, and at the rear the spare wheel carrier and the original fuel tank have been removed, and a boxed removable portion has been added to the floor of the original boot to give me extra room. The fuel tank is now situated behind the rear seat. I'll come on to that in a later video. This is a 1955 Rover 90 that's been slightly modified. Anybody that knows these cars will see that the front end is sat very low. I'll come on to that in a minute. Car's had a paint job. Originally it was a very dull grey colour with a lighter grey top. The boot, the spare wheel carrier and the fuel tank have been taken out, and a large box section has been put in to accommodate the spare wheel. This actually is held in by screws and comes out easily if any work's to be carried out around the rear axle or spring area. Fuel tank is 17 gallon. Originally I was going to make it so it could be filled from outside the car, but because of the amount of fuel that I can get in it, I've made it so that I can fill the tank up from inside the boot. As you can see, this is not a straight petrol engine. It is in fact a Mercedes 300D engine out of a 124 series Mercedes, and this is a 603X, which is a 12 valve engine. Very tight squeeze to get the engine in. I've had to move the alternator up to where the power steering pump was, which is not needed because there's no power steering on these cars, and chop out some of the inner wing to get the radiator to fit, Mercedes radiator being wider. The other modifications on this car are to the brakes. Front discs have been fitted from a later model, and the Mark 1 Girling servo fitted, but this, I'm going to change this because it doesn't appear to give any better braking, so I'm going to fit a Lockheed remote servo, which is available fairly cheap on eBay. That there is for the heater plugs. At the moment the radiator for the heater's been blanked off over here and down here. Eventually I'll fit another heater, but I will fit this inside the car. Small, very small efficient heaters are available now, again from eBay. As you can see, I've had to alter the gearbox tunnel to accommodate the auto box, and it needs finishing off. It's obviously going to be panelled and then some form of leatherette put on it to tidy it up. The inside of the car is as new on the upholstery. It's very good. Just needs a good dust down and a clean. Okay, I'll go around the other side and start the machine up. At the moment I've got the instruments hanging from the dash, but I'm going to relocate these in the centre, put a radio at the bottom and then the gauge along the top, put some kind of stainless steel plating or aluminium plate for the gauges. Startup procedure is straightforward enough. Ignition on, ignition warning light comes on as normal, and then to give the engine some heat, 4 or 5 seconds of heat, and then engine starts on the button. Normally figure out how to get the speedo to work. That's work in progress. No sound proofing at the moment anywhere on the body or under the hood, but that'll come later. Very smooth engine. 148,000 mile on this engine. But to hear the way it performs, you wouldn't think there's that much mileage on it, but these engines are very good when they're serviced properly. That's about all for today. Thank you.